So I'm just gonna jump straight in. This is a review for Netflix's Devil May Cry series, but only episodes 1 and 2. The categories I'm gonna be focusing on are animation, pacing, plot, dialogue, characters. So the animation is fire. That's all I can say. Is Shankar clearly has a passion for Devil May Cry, and it shows. The choreography is the perfect middle ground, fast, fluid, and connected. It's not jittery flash animation slop or still frame cop-outs with a shaky effect. It's just clean, weighty action. This is how fighting scenes should be at the very least. The choreography should be fluid, like a real fight. It should flow from one movement to the next. Visually, character designs are top tier. Dante looks fantastic. The rabbit antagonist is unique. There's a real style in every frame, and it feels like a love child of Castlevania and the Boondocks. So far, the plot isn't generic. By episode 2, we've got a main antagonist who isn't evil for the sake of it. He's got a philosophical grudge, a distaste for religion and vice, and an actual motivation. It's refreshing. It's not evil for the sake of being evil. Although those are good characters, in my opinion, they're good as a side villain and not the main antagonist. Dante doesn't feel like wacky wahoo pizza man. He's lighthearted, playful, and lustful, but with convictions. He has principles that'll stick to. He has a line that he won't cross. He's a lovable rogue, not a clown. If you like characters like Gintoki from Gintama or Deadpool, this will scratch that itch, as he's this perfect middle ground between the two. And Lady, she's the perfect foil, rigid, moralistic, sees the world in black and white. Their dynamic has serious potential. My only gripe would be Enzo knowing too much. I don't understand why this sleazy manager has secret knowledge of the underworld, unless the rabbit gave it to him, but it just doesn't make sense why he would do that and feels cheap. Another thing I'll say on that point would be the rabbit dumping exposition to a soldier he's killing. It feels out of place. It feels unnecessary. The pacing is decent. It's not too fast, not too slow. I do think it could slow down just a bit, as it feels like we're moving from one major event to the next without really spending time with these characters. I'm definitely not asking for any filler episodes or excessive time wasted, but I would like to build some sort of care for these characters. What keeps the pacing working, in my opinion, is the way exposition is delivered. It's delivered very naturally. Episode 1, they use a presentation with body cam footage to brief the other characters at a meeting. It makes sense in world, and I think that's how you're supposed to do exposition, is through some sort of method that feels natural, rather than something like The 100, where a random background extra decides to dump unnecessary dialogue for the invisible audience.
That's Octavia Blake, the girl they found hidden in the floor.
It feels out of place, but in Devil May Cry, the way they present exposition, at least in episode 1 so far, feels natural. A presentation is the best way to explain what's going on in the story or what's about to happen. It really gives the audience the general gist of the world. It allows you to world build in a more organic way. Going to the opposite end of this, as an example, would be in episode 2, where Lady just randomly starts explaining Sparta's lore mid-mission. It's jarring that they're in this intense situation and she's just feeding them lore that could be explained after the mission or beforehand. The dialogue mostly hits, except for Lady swearing. The first appearance, minimal swearing. It was spaced well, cool. By the second episode, it felt like we were dropped in a Has-Been Hotel episode with the barrage of F-bombs and Jerry Springer lingo that lady was dropping. I believe language, especially in dialogue writing, is like a dish. You're supposed to craft something unique, beautiful, with passion. Give your speech something to be remembered for, something people want to listen to over and over again. Swearing or any explicit language should be a spice to add to the dish. When you overdo it or use it incorrectly, the dish is ruined. It's now trash, it's slop. And that's what we got with Lady. We got a recreation of the DMC reboot.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Also, a minor pet peeve, but I won't add this into the main rating because it is too biased to do. Batman's voice actor as the Vice President is very distracting. Every time he talks, I hear Gotham's protector. He's a good voice actor, but it's immersion breaking. There's one moment in episode 2 I have to call out. A mercenary warns others not to fight Dante, says he's seen what Dante can do and is visibly shaken. It's a great setup, it builds anticipation, and then they offer him $500K. And he's like, okay, seriously? $500,000 to fight an immortal super soldier? That's pocket change for a suicide mission. It ruins the tension. You essentially built up this heavy weight of aura for Dante in this scene that sets him up to be this threat. It gives a level of hype towards the coming battle between him and these mercenaries. All that is diminished when you offer $500,000 for the mission that they're supposed to go on. It's too low. If he turned it down, even after being offered $10 million, that would have nailed the tone. It shows real fear, real stakes, and it's a missed opportunity. I understand that Devil May Cry is a loose comedy mostly, but I don't think that should stop them from having some serious and memorable moments. Take Gintama, for example. Mostly a comedy, but it is still well known and highly regarded as a masterpiece for those serious moments, which don't take away from the general tone that it sets up throughout each episode. My final thoughts on episodes 1 and 2, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Great animation, strong tone, promising characters, but Lady's dialogue is going to bring it down to an 8. Not because of swearing in general, but because it's overdone and flavorless. The first motherfucker she says is fine. I think it fits very well, and it establishes some boundaries within her character. The first fuck felt unnecessary, and then after that, upon her second appearance, there's just an excessive amount of filth being thrown at the audience. This seems to be a Netflix issue within a lot of their shows. My advice, if any of them are listening, would be to tone it down in season 2. Just give curse words some impact. Don't waste them like cheap sound effects. That's it for now. Dante's got flair, the Rapids got depth, and if they keep the balance of crazy and cool, this series could go down as one of the better anime adaptations out there.